Hello, crafty friends. Who else was bopping along to that little intro music? If you were, make sure to put a little dancer icon or something over there in the live chat. Welcome. If you are new here, my name is Alicia, but as always, you can call me Crafty Owl. And today, we are going to be making a sheet load of cards live with you. If you are here in the live chat with us, make sure to let us know where you're watching from over there. And if you're watching this on replay, let us know in the comment section below where you're watching from and put in the hashtag replay. If this is your first time at a Sheetload Live, throw a 1 over there in the live chat. Speaking of that, make sure that you have your live chat box on either all comments or live chat just so you're getting those latest messages. Today, my crafty friends and I, who I will be introducing here in just a minute, are going to be making a sheet load of cards live with you. Now, a lot of it is prepped ahead of time. Oh, I see so many ones over here. I got to show you those. Oh, so many ones here for the first time with us. I love it. Welcome. So glad you are here. But we did prep a lot ahead of time, so we'll kind of be chatting with you and chatting with each other and doing some card making. And at the end of the live stream, we're going to give away one of each of our cards to 3 of you who are still watching with us. So make sure to stick around. Let's see. I think that might be all I need to do before I start introducing my guests. Guests, give me a thumbs up if you're ready to come on when I introduce you. Awesome. All right. So let me see if I can get this correct. We're going to go to that. Yeah, I might have messed that up. We'll see here in a second. So my first guest, she has been on the Sheetload team, I think since I've had a Sheetload team. And most recently, she has joined us on the Oh So Inspired collaboration team. Let's give a nice round of applause to Amalia. Amalia, welcome.
Hi, Alicia. Hi,
Hel
everybody.
Hello. Amalia went and got her hair did today, so look at how beautiful she looks. If you are watching from Amalia's channel, make sure to put a big capital Amalia over there in the chat so we know she is multi-streaming to her channel. Amalia, why don't
Hoping it
you,
works.
yeah, right? Why don't you give us a little elevator speech about you and your crafty life?
Oh gosh, well, I've been crafting, I don't know, since the early 2000s. Someone introduced me, actually, it started with cake decorating, right? Made me a cake. They took some wilting classes and it was fabulous, looked amazing. So then I started taking classes, then eventually I started instructing. One of my fellow instructors invited me to a Stampin' Up party, and it was over from there. I've been crafting and card making ever since then, and I know a lot of people out there have the same story, the same Stampin' Up origin story. Um, but yeah, and I've been watching YouTube videos the whole time. And then I started making videos because people were being so generous and sharing on YouTube, and I wanted to do that too. And then, yeah, I've been doing sheet loads since the first one I think that you put out in June 2019, I think it was.
I think that was the first
Yeah,
one on
so
YouTube, right? So
yes,
awesome.
exactly.
So
And then I joined your collab team.
what would you say your crafty style is? Do you have one?
I don't know, but I like creative. I like mixed media, and I also like keep it simple and not have to make too many decisions. That's why I like the sheet load so much because it's got it all laid out for you, and you just follow the instructions, and you don't have to do a lot of thinking. You don't have to make many decisions, unless you change it up and you want to be a little bit more creative.
Yes, exactly. Sheetload is always a great jumping off point. Well, I'm glad you're here. Why don't we bring on our other guest? If you've been around my channel long, you've seen her here with me on many different lives. She's on the Sheetload team. She is on the Oh So Inspired collab team, and her name is, you can call her Toby or Biddy Penny. Let's give her a nice round of applause.
Hey.
Welcome, friend. For the two
Hi.
people in the chat who might not know you, why don't you introduce yourself?
Well, I'm Biddy Penny or Toby, but I usually go by Biddy Penny. And I am a paper crafter, card maker. Um, and as far as my like style, it's very open and kind of all over the place. I make cards and junk journals and craft fair projects, anything with paper, basically paper, ink, stamps, I'm in.
You're in. Awesome. Well, I'm so excited you are both here today. If you don't
Yes.
already subscribe to Toby and Amalia's channels, in my chat box, Nightbot will be giving you those links every so often. But in the description box below are links to their channels. So make sure to go there, subscribe, because you're going to want to follow them. I think, guys, I just have one more reminder for our viewers before we kind of get started. As we get to crafting, we're going to get busy. You kind of know how it goes. We'll be kind of focused down here, but we do want you to ask us any questions that you have specifically for us. So if you could, if you have a question that one of us needs to answer, type question capitals before it. And if it's addressed to somebody specific, go ahead and add their name. Now, if it's just a general crafty question, you can ask over in the chat, and I know there will be lots of people who are going to be able to help you. So I say now, later, ladies, I will remove you from the screen, and I'm going to go ahead and kind of get started with my chat, and I'll bring you back on after your cameras return. See you in a bit. All right, guys. Oh, let me move that. So today, I kind of hinted at it, but I have a special bonus printable, and it was inspired by one of my team members, Beth of Bourbon Creek Crafts. And guys, I'm going to show you how to make 15 cards with the new sheet load versus the 12. So if you're excited about that, give this video your stamp of approval, give it a thumbs up, share it with a crafty friend. Let's go ahead and go to, I'm going to change my camera view and I'll show you what we're working with today. So you have your regular two-page printable, for your March. But today, I have added a link below in the related video and link section where you can download this sheet, which tells you the difference in supplies and how to cut your paper a little bit differently to yield those 15 cards. So make sure if you want this, check out the description box. And if you haven't yet downloaded the March 2024 sheetload of cards, you can check out the debut video, which is linked down in that description box as well. I'm going to zoom in here just a little bit. Okay, so let me get the other one. With the original printout, you had quite a bit of leftover. And Beth mentioned how if you have a paper that doesn't necessarily have a specific direction, that you can get one more of each of the pieces. So very important for this alternative, and I have it right here at the top. The papers for this alternative version will need to be non-directional. So they're papers that you can turn any way and they won't look upside down or wonky. Amalia and Toby, are you ready to come back on the screen?
Ready.
All right, I'm going to say Bitty Penny is too. Toby, you ready? Bitty Penny, you ready? Hopefully.
Right.
All right, I'm just going to keep talking. You ladies can get started crafting and then I'll bring you on later so you can tell us all about your stuff.
I do
So,
have a question. Where is that alternative sheet loaf going to be
down in the
located at?
description box.
Awesome. Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to show you now how to cut this. Now, your paper will have a top for now if you have a branding strip, but basically what we're going to do is cut 3 rows of 4 inches first, okay? And again, you can download this printable. I just wanted to show you once. Now, because it does take up the entire 12 inches, you don't want to do generous cuts, so do it either right at 4 inches or a little bit under. And we're just going to keep these rows as they are for now at the 4 inches. Okay, now I'm going to take that top row and we're going to cut it into 3 4-inch squares, okay? So again, you need all that all the width, so not generous cuts. And basically, we're going to cut until we get 5 of each size. With the second row, I need 2 more of those squares, and then I'm going to cut 3 pieces that are 1 1/4 inches wide. So make sure at this one to stop after your 2 squares. Ask me how I know. Oh, and I almost forgot to tell you this paper with these cute little ladybugs, I cut off the branding strip, is Echo Park's Little Ladybug, if you're interested. Now we have our 5 squares here, so we're done cutting those, piece A. From this, I'm going to get those 2 pieces that are 1 1/4 inches wide. Hopefully I just cut that correctly. And then the last piece, I need a little bit of help to hold it in place. So I got some Post-it tape. Okay. And now we have 3 of the 5-piece V's we need. And we're going to take our next, row of 4 and cut that 2 more 1 1/4 inch wide pieces. All right, so now we have A and B all done. From this remaining, we are going to cut 4 pieces that are the regular 3.5 by 2. And then from that little bit at the end, we have to cut one that starts turned 90 degrees. So that's why you have to have a pattern paper that can be turned and not look too weird. So I'm going to cut 2 pieces that are 3.5 inches wide. These get turned and cut in half at 2 inches tall. Same thing, turn it. cut it in half at 2 inches tall. And now this last piece, I'm going to cut it at 2 inches wide, rotate it, cut it to 3.5 inches. And now we have 5 of each piece, you guys. And I did already get all the rest done. So I'm going to start now just kind of assembling these. And I'm going to highlight Amalia, and she can kind of tell us her main products and if she's switching anything up today.
Let's see. I switched it up in terms of if you watch my channel, you know that I work through one sheet load, and then sorry, I work through one paper pad, and when I'm finished completely with that paper pad, I switch it up to a new paper pad, and I usually have people on my channel choose the paper pad. But I'm not done with the paper pad that been working on with the sheet loads, but since I've already created with this particular sheet load for the collab team, I decided to pick another paper pad, and of course I had it I had it within my line of sight a half an hour ago, and who knows where it went.
That sounds about
uh,
like me.
I literally had it like on by my right hand, and I have no idea where it is. Maybe I'll find it and I'll show it to you. But it's a paper pad I got on clearance at Hobby Lobby, and it's all watercolor designed. As a matter of fact, let me show you this. So the paper's all watercolor. It's really beautiful, and it's got papers like this, and not only like the cards that I'm showing, but it has fruits on it, lots of fruits, like these fruits here, and larger fruits like this peach one. And I made this box is called a cantilever. I'll open it like that. A cantilever box, and um, I used that paper that I can't find right now to make that box as well. So so yeah, that's what I'm planning on doing, and I'm also using some uh, new release for Brutus Monroe this month. It's the butterfly lace stamp set. It actually has a stamp and die set, but I didn't get the die set yet, which I'm gonna right after this live. I'm gonna go and get the die set as well because it's a stamp that creates this beautiful lace butterfly image, and the die doesn't just cut it out like this; it cuts out all the individual butterflies. So right now, what I'm doing because I don't have the die, I'm cutting them out by hand. I'm fussy cutting it, and I don't mind fussy cutting it, but I think the die would work a lot better than fussy cutting all of these.
That box was beautiful. And yes, I would probably want that die too. Susan says, let me find it here and bring it up on screen. Susan says, ooh, she wants to make that sewing box.
Oh my God, it's really cute, and that's my first one, so it's my test one. I actually plan on making about 25 of them. I'm going to an
Mm.
art retreat in July, and I want to make one for everybody at the retreat. And I just want to make them really good, like spectacular, because the people at this retreat are really talented, and whenever they make things to share or to trade, or even just projects that they bring to show off, they're really extraordinary. So, um, I've got to up my game around these people.
I am sure they will love that. Let's
Yeah.
see. Biddy Penny, are you ready to tell us about your cards today?
Yes.
All right, here you go.
So I am working with a Simple Stories collection. It's actually, I think, from last year. Um, it's the Simple Vintage Lemon Twist. I know this one was really popular. I just had to have it. I absolutely loved it. And I never got to play with it. And I have the cardboard stickers, the ephemera, the washi tape, and the paper pads. I'm making 5x7 cards. Um, so I cut my paper to 4 by 6. Um, and then I did cut the strips according to the sheet load. I did omit one of the rectangles because I'm going to use cut apart from the paper collection instead. So I ended up having a few large scraps of the paper left over. And I'm going to use some stamps from my collection that are just these small Prima stamps. I'm going to use some doilies. So I'm just going to be doing a little bit of stamping and layering and making, I'm going to try to make 12 cards before we're done here.
Well, good luck. I think we know last time I was lucky to get my 2 completed. I do love that. I love that collection, and I can't wait to see what you do with those doilies. I recently bought some, and I'd love to get ideas of how to use them.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for doilies. I don't know what it is. I just totally am.
I bought white so I could turn them any color that I wanted to, I think.
That's a good idea. Yeah. You can spritz on them with ink or you could ink blend on them.
Yeah.
So, these are the Doodlebug doilies, and I think that Jamie at Not Too Shabby still has them in stock, but they come with like 75 in a package, and they're just perfect, especially for like A2 cards. Sometimes
Uh-huh.
when I look for doilies, they're too kind of large for card making, but these are, perfect, and they come in a full rainbow of colors. So
They
if
are
you're looking
beautiful.
for them, check Not
Yes, I do believe. Yeah, I think you're right. I think she has some there. All right, I did want to show you guys one thing here on mine. So you can see the theme of this pattern paper. It has like strawberries and ladybugs. So before I went live today, I made this Hey Lady sentiment because all my channel members I send to are ladies. So I thought that would be fun. And I printed it on vellum on my laser printer. Now, if you are a channel member, which you know if you support me here each month, like Cordelia, June is here, T is here, and Susan. Let me know if you would like this as, and Toby is a channel member too. Let me know if you would like me to add this to our free printable thing. And I can do that. You'd have to have a pretty specific pattern paper or set to use with it, but it's already made. So let me know if you're interested in that. If you're watching the replay and you're interested in it, put like "Hey lady" in the chat box below. Maybe put "Hey lady" in the live chat box too if you're a member and would like that. Okay. Now I gotta think what I
just
gotta
going to
do
go out
next.
on a limb and say I'm sure everybody wants it.
I bet, and I'm probably gonna have to make a special video on how to use it because I have it on vellum. I couldn't just make it 3.5 by 3/4. I needed extra to wrap around, so it looks a little bit different. All right, Reagan says, "Hey lady." All right. All right.
Yep.
And oh gosh, you've got to see these. Speaking of ladybugs, I I looked in my dies, and can you believe it? I do not have ladybug dies. So I got on Creative Fabrica because I pay for the subscription, like the yearly subscription. And look,
Mhm.
I cut my own little ladybug. So I was going to show you how I put one
Aw.
together live here. And then I made a whole bunch. So, and we are, Biddy Penny's phone keeps going out, but she'll be back, okay? Don't worry, don't worry.
That paper you're using for your cards is beautiful, Alicia. Did you
I
say where you
my
got it?
si- my I got it at my local scrapbook store. It's Echo Park. Hey, little, what did I say? Little ladybug. I went last week. My sister was in town for Stamp Joy, and we always like to visit the local scrapbook store, which is Busy Scrapping in Omaha. And I saw this paper and the fact that it was not, because I needed non-directional. That's what I was looking for, so I could do this. And I'm like, it has to be this paper.
It's beautiful.
Thanks.
Oh, you were asking on your Facebook page about the scrapbook.com trays.
Yeah. Oh, yes, yes. Here, hold on. Let me make you bigger. I gotta hold on. Okay. Yep.
So they're selling them actually right now on sale for I don't know how much, but I think under $20 for 8 of them. And I bought them when they were on um, a flash sale for 4 of them. So I have 2 of these large ones and 2 of these small ones, and they are big enough to hold all your sheet load
Good.
cut aparts. There's actually some almost finished cards in here as well, and you can see that I have them on my table so that things aren't floating around and you know flying off and disappearing into the night while
You
you
need one of
craft.
those for your paper pad that you're using.
I should have put a low jack on it or something. It was right. It was right at my right hand.
I mean, it's huge. It can't be missing, right?
It's a 12 by 12 paper pad. I'm I'm standing up looking around my craft room right now trying to figure out where am I to put it. Like, did I bring it to my computer so I could look it up and see if one is available since it's a
Mm,
clearance product. But
I've
uh,
always found that it's easy to lose things because once you put a piece of paper, like if I was looking for these doilies, all it takes is a little cut apart to cover it. And then you're like, it's missing. I've lost it forever. And then you pick up your cut apart and you're like, oh, there it is.
yeah.
I do want to show you
So
guys the one paper that, you know how I said it has to be non-directional. You'll see here that these stripes, even though they're non-directional, there is one that looks a little bit different than the rest because of how I had to cut it and turn it. Here, let's see. I'll look up and see if I've missed any questions. Make sure again to put all caps question in front of it. Um, T said the trays are $14.99. Which set is that, T? I bought the set yesterday and it was like 70% off, so I'm super excited. Um, Cordelia, I think, has a couple sets of the trays. And June says somebody's been watching me craft. Is that losing stuff, June? Okay, then T says a large and small. Awesome. Yeah, I'm excited to get my trays and try them. And here we had one more I want to show. I have Marianne says I have shopped in the Omaha scrapbook store. Found it when I made the trip home. Wish I had it here in Arkansas. Yes, it is awesome, and they are expanding and adding more stuff all the time.
they need to expand to New York.
Yeah, I hear a lot of people don't have LSSs anymore, whatever you want to call it. Ours, it was
Uh,
going to close, but new owners took it over.
Yeah, there's some you have to travel though. I could go up to Connecticut, which is probably maybe a 40. It's going to be an hour drive, which would be worth it. But
Yeah.
they don't always update their websites with any classes they might be offering or events quick enough. And there's some place on Long Island as well, which is close to New York City. And again, you just got to catch it at the right time to get it if you want to get go there. So it's not like and they're small. They're not like that humongous one that's is it in Iowa?
Yes, Scrap Mania. Oh
Yeah,
my goodness.
yeah.
I'm
So
trying to
I
put my
rely on Tuesday morning, Joanne, Michael's. Actually, not Tuesday morning anymore. They closed all of
I
their
was gonna
Facebook
say, yeah,
pages.
ours did.
That's heartbreaking. So
Got a question for Amalia. June or Created to Bless wants to know, did you use a die for that sewing box or if you have a tutorial on your channel?
I did use a die for this sewing box. It's called the Cantilever die by Eileen Hull, and Physics is the manufacturer. And I'll be happy to do a tutorial. Lollipalooza is the one that did the tutorial that I found, and she's the one that I blame for buying this. Um, and yeah, so it was pretty straightforward. Um, uh, the you need a what do they call it, scoreboard type of paperboard to do it, and I'll be glad to do a tutorial. Eileen Hull also has a tutorial on her channel, but I'd be glad to do a tutorial. I might as well do a tutorial since I'm going to be making 25 of them. I'll be an expert by the time.
Exactly. I don't know that I should make card kits while I'm trying to talk because I'm sure I'm going to end up with the wrong pieces, but I'm trying my best here.
Your best is always the best.
It's always great.
Oh, oh my goodness. Okay, I think I did it because I was ending up with, yes, okay. Now I can start putting these on. I pre-made my card bases. I did black cardstock because that's what my mat was, and then I put a piece of white cardstock on the inside.
I was tempted to do a clear card base because that's what you did last time.
Mm,
And you reminded me when you did yours last time. Oh yeah, I need to go back to clear card bases. I bought like
yes.
a box of 100 of those sheets uh, when you first won me over to them.
Yes, I love clear cards.
It's awesome.
Trying to make some workspace here. So I showed in the original process video where you could, weld these together on the back. Let me know in the chat box, and you two can let me know, did you kind of weld them together before you put them on your card front, or did you just put one piece on at a time? I'm going one piece at a time here.
What I did when I made mine, and I have most of mine pre-done, but I actually taped. I don't know if this is answering your questions, but this is what I did with mine. I taped the two pieces together so that
Mm-hmm.
I can. It's easier for me to lay them both on
Yep.
the card evenly, and then sometimes, and it's, why does this happen? But sometimes one piece is always shorter than the other, so I can trim it and make sure they're
Mm-hmm.
all even all the time.
Yeah, that's I was doing my channel member live a couple months ago, and somebody told me that they did that taping thing and they called it welding, Amalia. So now that I've
Oh, okay,
adopted I've adopted that. I had never heard
okay.
it before. So,
Well, I thought that was like an electronic cutting machine,
oh, that
like
that is a term on there, yeah, too.
yeah. So I didn't break out my welding equipment.
Yeah, I bet Biddy Penny, do you have a welding mask? I know you have a hard hat.
I do have a hard hat, and I almost wore my hard hat today because it has some crafty owl stickers on it. But
Oh,
no welding equipment yet. Although I did used to do blacksmithing with jewelry. So,
Ah,
you did what?
like I used to solder and make metal jewelry.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
and am I remembering right? Did you sell that at your husband's concert, your jewelry?
I used to sell it. Yeah, well, not at my husband's, but yes, when I managed the reggae band when we were on tour,
Okay.
I would sell jewelry at all our different stops and make a little extra cash.
There you go.
Very nice.
All right, I put
It was
some.
great. It's always hundreds of miles, but
Uh-oh. Oh no, we
good
lost
way to spend time
There we
and
go.
Toby.
be
We lost
creative.
you right after you said like hundreds of miles or 100 miles.
Am I back now?
Yep, you're back
Yes.
now.
Cool. Yeah, just there were hundreds of miles between our shows, and so it was something I could do on the tour bus and be creative. I could make jewelry. I loved that.
Awesome. All right, I'm
And
going to make
all
myself
the
big
cut.
here for a second because I do have one completed card. So I have
Yay!
my little ladybug popped up
That is
there.
cute. That is so cute.
I'll go ahead. I'll just take turns making you ladies a little larger while you work. And I'll try to keep an eye on the questions. So make sure if you have one for us to put question over there. Now that I have one made, maybe I shouldn't feel too comfortable, but I feel like I can pause more often to look at the chat. Now I'll start doing these upside down and backward,
I was
but that's a good.
tempted to just make like one of from different collections. Like I have all these different not too shabby paper pads and ephemera
Uh huh.
collection I need to use up. And I was tempted to just make a variety. And then I was like, oh, I'm sure I'll lose my way if I do that.
Yes. Yeah. Don't we need things easy on our brain for lives.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to share this from PJB Stamper. One of those career predictive tests someone takes in high school said I should be a welder. Hello, I'm afraid of flames. Okay.
Pam, I
Oh,
think
and
he would have been a better chocolatier. I
here
think we
is
got it wrong.
aw, Helga from the Netherlands is here, maybe for just a little bit longer. It's late over there.
Is everybody enjoying what we're making and our process with the sheet load?
Yeah, don't forget to give thumbs up, share with a crafty friend, right? Give it, and if you're over on Amalia's channel, give her video your stamp of approval over there as well.
Yeah, can someone tell me if it's actually on my channel? Because I keep looking for it, but I'm not seeing it there. So maybe it's something that I have to be on a desktop, but I'm looking at my iPad. I have no idea why it's working.
On my
No, I'm
screen, it says
not
you're
working.
live over there.
Oh, well, hi
And
everybody. It's
I mean,
from my channel. I can't see.
yeah, at
I
least
keep
in
going.
StreamYard it says.
Okay. I keep looking at YouTube and my the YouTube studio thing, but I'm not finding it. So if you guys should come on over here if you want questions answered. Otherwise, I'll answer them after the live if I find it.
Kat says
Oh,
we are rocking it.
oh,
Thanks,
Oh,
Kat.
thanks,
I
Kat.
appreciate that. That positive feedback means everything. Isn't this paper pretty? I love the
Yes.
watercolor style.
Yeah, I like the colors in it too. It's got great colors.
Alicia, these made me think of your mom. I know
Yes,
she
with
was
the
a fan.
lemons. That's probably
Yeah.
what stuck out to me about the paper, yeah. Oh, I just saw Carmen. Hello, Carmen. She said that she's creating her April sheet load and then she's going to work on her 98th craft roulette card. You go, girl. Oh
Yes.
my goodness.
Wow. That is awesome.
Is Craft Roulette still on YouTube?
Yep.
Yeah.
Um, I, I haven't. Maybe I have to go subscribe to the channel or something. I thought I was subscribed to that. I haven't caught one in a really long time.
Every Friday night at 6:30 p.m. Central, except near Christmas. There's 1 week.
Mary's twin sister reads
Yes.
the story.
What's her name? Mary
Last night
Claus or
was
something?
great. I missed it. But then I woke up at 3 a.m. I couldn't sleep. And so I watched all of Craft Roulette and went back to sleep.
Oh, my sister
Oh,
is in the chat. Hello, sister.
Hello,
Um,
sister.
we went live. My sister Lisa and I went live last Sunday night after Stamp Joy. If you haven't watched that yet, it's pretty funny. She likes to tell stories about me when we get together live. So,
Uh oh. Uh oh.
oh, here, Carmen. Carmen says she blames me for getting her hooked on craft roulette, and she has to make 100 total cards before she can take a break.
I met Alicia through Craft Roulette. That's how I found Alicia.
Yes. And I didn't even know that until, gosh, in was it our last very recently? Like maybe the last
Recently,
live we were
yeah,
on together. Yeah.
yeah. So grateful for it. Just so many wonderful people. It's a great
Yeah.
connecting point. And I just love Mary and Mr. Producer.
Yes.
It was cracking me up when she said that JD, her grandson, was 19 pounds. When she first said that, I was like, 19 pounds? My gosh, that is the biggest baby I've ever heard of. And then Mr. Producer's like, are you sure he was 19 pounds?
Oh man, I would feel bad for mommy if that were the case.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
yeah.
Bad. How did she survive that?
My son was almost 9 pounds, and that was enough. Especially, I went with a midwife in a birthing center and did like a natural childbirth. So no 19-pound babies, please.
And June says Alicia was one of the first YouTubers that she followed on there, and the show had only been going for a short while. Yeah, it has grown and just keeps getting bigger and bigger and better and better.
Hmm.
And if you don't know what craft roulette is, if you're in the chat and you're confused, if you're one of the two people who don't, if you just look up craft roulette here on YouTube, it's Mary. Mary Gunn is the hostess, and every Friday she has a guest and they spin a wheel for parameters and then they make cards live based on those parameters. And sometimes you're like, mic drop, I am out of here. There's no way I'm making that card. But if you force yourself to do it, and you can be kind of free with the parameters, you usually end up with a pretty darn neat card.
Yes.
So I highly
Mr.
suggest
Wheel
it.
really likes to challenge.
Yes.
You get some wacky parameters, I have to say. You bring it out of them.
Yes. I can't remember who it was, but Mary lets her guests, oh gosh, veto one parameter, and I can't remember who it was, and they're like, "No, bring it on." And that guest seriously got some of the worst parameters I've ever seen. Like, do not tempt Mr. Wheel.
Right? Oh.
So what's an example of some of the parameters?
Some of like maybe the most disliked, like people do not, they either like or hate the robot parameter. I
And the first card.
Yes, purse card. Nobody wants to put a paper clip on a card, and I am all ready for it. Like I have a paper clip I can throw on a card. I don't get that one. Gnomes. Some people don't like gnomes, but it's usually
Yeah.
like the parameters by themselves aren't always bad. But it's when you put some of them together, you're like, what am I going to do with that?
Yeah.
Oh, Paula thinks that the person who tested Mr. Wheel was May May. Could possibly it. May May would definitely be the person to be like, bring it on.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
And
now
you
Lori
did.
thinks it was Christina Werner though. Both of those ladies would be adventurous.
Was Christina Werner on Craft
Yeah,
Roulette
she
too? Oh,
really the only big name Mary has not had on is Jennifer McGuire. I mean,
Yeah.
otherwise
wow.
she's had all the big ones.
Terrific.
So if she gets
Yeah.
Jennifer, I think she's made it. We have to try to somehow make that happen.
I don't know. Jennifer seems like she likes to. She's very creative. We all think she's like the godmother of card making and the OG or whatever. But
Hmm.
she likes to I don't, you know, she's she's a smart cookie. She likes to play it safe, I think. Like she has a very, like she used to be an engineer, right?
Yep.
And so she has a very like
Calculated.
logical mind.
Hmm.
I just saw Nightbot is starting to share Biddy Penny's and Amalia's channels in the chat. So again, make sure if you don't already subscribe to them, which if you follow Sheetload, you probably already do, but just in case, make sure to go over there and get subscribed.
And just a
I need to,
shout out to all of our Sheetload team members.
yeah.
I just love our Sheetload team, all of them. So whoever's watching, hi.
Yeah, I saw Carmen. Anybody else out there, if you're just sitting watching, let us give you a shout out. But yes, I might be a little biased, but I do think I have the best teams on YouTube. So
Need to cut up some more butterflies. I got through. I made a couple of cards. I'm glad I
oh, here, let me make
prepped a
you big
little.
so you can show us your cards. Oh, hold up. Oh yeah, you're getting through them.
They
Oh, I
hear the
like that.
doorbell ring. I
Cute.
think Amazon is here delivering a Barbie doll.
Ooh, for you or your daughter, or
For Sparkle
maybe your
Heart.
son, whoever.
Right? Yeah. I
And
think it's Barbie's
then
65th anniversary doll.
okay,
Barbie 65,
I think so.
she's looking pretty good for
right?
65.
Right? I think she's had some work done.
She's a little plastic.
She's a little plastic.
Carmen is too sweet. Carmen says, we have the best leader for our team. Thanks,
Yeah,
Carmen.
totally.
Yeah, you do such a great job on these lives, Alicia. I I really commend you. You're very professional. It's like you've been doing this your whole life, and I want to grow up to be like you one day.
Oh,
Right?
thanks. Can you believe that the thought of me getting in front of people and speaking gives me the sweats? Like I cannot talk
Oh,
in front of people, but there is something about get I guess I don't have a choice. I have
right.
to get on here and yeah, but I like seriously like I kind of dropped out of college because I could not finish speech and do those things.
Oh,
Like
wow.
I couldn't the talking in front of people. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Well, I was doing a live the other day and I got the sweats, but it was just hot flashes.
Oh my gosh.
Not just.
I had to like fan myself with my card.
Thank goodness you had
Oh,
it.
right? Or I was fanning myself with packaging or something. I was just like taking whatever was on my desk that I thought I fan myself. Oh my gosh.
Amalia, I don't know if you know this. I know you tried to find your paper pad, but Paula wants to know, do you know like
It's a
what
paper
company it's
studio
from?
pad. Yeah, paper studio from Hobby Lobby. It was on clearance last year. And when I find it, I will give it to Alicia so she can put it in the description if she wants to, or I'll put it in the chat somewhere or in the comments.
And if you're
But it was
on the
Paper
Facebook
Studio.
group, um,
Hmm.
you can look there too for any updates on the event. I do have an event on there for this live. So,
And on my channel, for those of you watching from my channel, I put in there should be automatic comments for for anyone that's interested in this stamp from Brutus Monroe, where you could find that. And let's see, I was going to say something else and I totally forgot.
That sounds like me. I can't remember anything. If you think about it, just shout it out.
Yeah, I usually do. It's like I
Helga,
found
oh,
something. Oh,
Sala P says, "I love Biddy Penny's lives. Never know what will happen." There you go.
Right? That is how I do it.
And oh, I keep missing one. Helga says, "Do you see each other in life or always by computer or something else?" So, my team, besides Danny, who is local, I just email and the occasional live here. This is the first time I've ever met Amalia live, so just a lot of emails.
We're
yeah,
virtual
we
besties.
all live in different parts of the country,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah,
Yep.
but I still think we all need to meet in Kansas City. We need to
I'm
and
for
knock
it.
on Mary Gunn's door.
I am ready for that day. It's gonna happen. I bought a lottery ticket today, so I'm working
Ooh,
on
I will keep my fingers and toes crossed.
working
June's
on
got
it.
a good question. She wants to know, will the printout be available after the live or just during? It will be in the description box until YouTube goes down or I take the video down. So it should be there for a while. Good question, though. Yeah, if you came in late, I have an alternative cutting guide printable for you, and it's linked down underneath the related videos and links section. Mhm. Yes, a surprise party for Mary Gunn, most definitely. Uh-oh, I don't know. No, okay. I couldn't remember which pattern went facing up. And I have an alarm set for 3:30 for an hour of crafting, so it'll be going off soon. And that's kind of like when we'll wrap up our, the last little bit of the card we're working on, and then we will do the giveaways. So make sure to stick around because you guys want to get one of our cards. If you want to win one of our cards, put a 5 over there in the chat. I don't know why 5, but just put a 5 over there.
It's like a high five.
There we go. Yeah, you can put a number 5 or a high 5. That'll yes, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Oh, here. Oh, the fives are flying in, you guys. Yes, yes. Then stick around, and you could be the lucky winner. And this is open to U.S. and international.
I always get excited when I see people beat our team at the sheet load. There's a few people who will like
Mm,
get the sheet load on the first and they've had their sheet load made before even the second.
yep.
I love seeing what everyone makes on Instagram and the YouTube videos. So um, make sure you play along with the sheet load of cards. They really are fun. And if you like to make cards for donation, I really recommend a sheet load.
They are great,
Just a
especially
little
this one
plug.
with the 15. Thanks. Um, Let's see. Catherine had a question. Catherine says, "Call me Crafty Al. Do you have a link for that ladybug in the description?" I do. It is a file from Creative Fabrica, and I think by itself the file was $3. And there were actually a lot of different bugs, if I'm remembering correctly. But I have the yearly membership. I pay for that, so I got to download it for free. And I actually downloaded two different ladybugs, and I decided that I liked this one the best. So it is linked down in the description box. Let us know in the chat. Does anybody else have a Creative Fabrica membership? Put CF. I love it for like images for like if I need something for my channel members, like to promote something in the community tab or just in general, SVG files.
I
Ooh,
had
we
one,
got
but I really didn't use it much, so I don't have it anymore.
I think when I got it, I like a special deal for like $40 for a year. I mean,
Yeah, it's a
I'm
good
like, I'm
value if
trying
you use
that.
it.
So,
Yeah, it's that whole principle of like if you're not using it, it's not a good deal. It's
yes,
only if
yep,
you're
Right.
going to use it, you know. But that's with anything. That's even with any supplies that we buy.
yeah.
They're only a good deal if you're using them.
So you guys, it's National Craft Month or Crafts Month, right? Have you guys bought anything with all the sales that are going on?
Yeah, because
I
I'm into April or May's allowance. I've definitely bought way too much this month.
got I just got something from Waffle Flower. They have that postage stamp die and
Mm-hmm.
stamp and stencil set. I've been seeing it for like, I don't know, 6 months. I'm like, oh, I want it, I want it, I want it. Nope, don't get it, don't get it. You have plenty, you have too much. I want it, I want it, I want it. And then I finally broke.
That is
Oh,
one that I the same thing with me. I've had my eye on that since it came out. I'm like, no, but yes, recently I had my sister order it for me. So
Why does your sister have to order it for you?
like some why right? Then it's kind of like I didn't order it. It makes me feel better.
oh. So you buy things for her, and she buys
Yes.
for
She buys
you,
things
and
for
y'all
Yeah,
are
and then
me.
we
breaking
had
a no buy
yep,
because you're buying a gift.
exactly.
That's sweet.
That's funny. I'm still on my no buy, so I haven't bought anything.
Way to
I've
go.
been very good, especially this month. Um, I've been breaking my no buys every month so far since January, but only by like $20. So for me, that's very good.
Yeah. I
For
wish
But
I
me,
this
could
that is
month,
help.
not
so far,
possible.
nothing.
I can't. I can't do a no buy. I don't know what it is. There's always something on sale. There's always a flash deal. There's always something. Always.
Yeah, that's the thing is there's always going to be something.
That is true. We have to learn how to say no.
Yes.
But that's easier said than done. Karen
I
had
went
a
to a. Oh,
question. Oh,
go ahead.
go ahead. I'll try to find her question.
Well, I went to a crop last year, and I was having that same conversation with one of my table mates, and she's like, "But why? Why not just buy it? Just buy it. Just buy whatever you want. Life is short. Who cares?" You know. And she like I thought at first, well, she's a psycho, but no, she's right.
I don't disagree. Like, when I share no buy stuff on my channel, I definitely have people who are like, no way, I'm going to buy all the things. And I'm in full support of that. But my craft room is overflowing. And I haven't used much of what I already have, or I've only used it one time, made a video, and never went back to it.
Yep.
So the good thing is I was able to pay off a credit card because I wasn't, you know, shopping for craft supplies.
Love that. Okay, now I missed Karen's question again. Okay, I can't find it to bring it up, but Karen asked, where's it at? Do you use heavier scrapbook paper or the thinner type? I prefer to use a little bit heavier. What about you, ladies?
I
Depends on the
prefer to
project.
use whatever's on sale, and that's why I have a problem. It just like Biddy Petty said, it depends on the project. But if I'm making cards, a lightweight paper is fine for layering, like for design paper. And if I'm doing another type of project, I might need a heavier weight paper for whatever the project it is that I'm doing. Does that make sense to you guys?
Yeah, I still can't. I used to have so many of those pads of the lightweight stuff, and I ended up just getting rid of them all.
Hmm.
I saw another question. June Created Bless says, "Can you tell us where to look for the alternative printout? It is not easy to find for some." June, it is down in the description box, and there's a section that says related videos or links, and it's going to be the same area where I have links to the Sheetload videos for this month, and it should be right there. And if you're coming
Okay.
in late and you're a channel member, I did talk earlier about making the Hey Lady printable available. Let me know if you want that. Am I the only one who wants to say, "Hey lady"? What is that from?
That's Jerry Lewis. Hey, lady.
Yeah, I keep that just over in my head constantly over and over right now. I'll try not to say it out loud
I feel
constantly.
like there's a song too. Hey, lady. But
Probably, yeah.
I don't remember where that's from.
You guys remember
Oh,
Jerry Lewis or familiar with Jerry Lewis?
I am from the
TV?
telethons. Every year I always
Yes.
send in like $1 of my pennies when I was
Uh
little.
huh. Yeah, and he used to do movies, and he had this goofy character, and he would say, "Hey, lady."
Well, speaking of hey ladies, that was our 1 hour timer, you guys. That is how quickly that
Wow.
goes.
Wow.
So if you finish up the card you're on, um, I'll just finish this single one here. We will kind of, oh, but don't change your camera yet because we will go to the little spotlight mode and you can show us a couple of the cards again that you made. But let me get my little ladybug on here. And let's see. Well, oh, you guys, I got 13 cards done.
Wow.
Wow.
That
Look
was
at
much better
you.
than last time's two.
That's amazing.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 finished. Not bad.
All right. I'll talk about mine first and I'll bring you guys up. So if you're coming in late, I used papers from Echo Park today called Little Ladybug. I used my silhouette with an SVG file to cut myself the little ladies. Because can you believe I do not have a ladybug die after all I have collected? But I did find a cut file on there, and I made my own little sentiment here. These cards, besides the one that somebody wins, will be going out to channel members. So I thought that was a pretty generic greeting to add to the cards. So there we go. Amalia, I will bring you bigger here. You can tell us
Well,
about yours.
Well, guess what? I found the paper pad.
Oh, there we go. Yay.
Yeah. So it's Paper Studio, which is the Hobby Lobby brand, and I got it for $5.49 back in 23, and it has all these gorgeous papers in it. And I'll just show you quick. Got that pineapple,
Oh, I like the
strawberries,
strawberries.
right? Pomegranate. What are those? Those are like what you call it? Grapefruit. There you go. And here are my cards. So I used that paper pack. Did it have a name? Did anybody notice? It has floral, fruits, floral and fruits. So
Makes
50
sense.
fruits, 20 designs, three each. And I don't know if that number makes a difference, but that might be the item number. Who knows? They may still have it one day. So yeah, and I use that paper pad. These are my sentiments. I keep them in drawers. These are mostly from Tailored Expressions with the die, sentiment and dies that I used on these cards. I sat down one day and just stamped out, like 100 of them, and I keep them in my stash, so I have them ready all the time for a card. And I used Bruce Monroe's um, butterfly lace stamp. It comes as a stamp by itself and a die by itself. And I stamped and embossed it in white and in black. And the black shows up a little bit better, so I decided to keep the black. And I used actually some of his creamy pigments just to color the cardstock and to intensify the color. I painted it on a little bit on the inside of the butterflies. These are the creamy pigments that he just came out with, and I've been having
Fantastic.
fun playing with those.
Great card. I love them.
All right.
Thank
Bitty
you.
Penny, are you ready to show us?
I'm ready. So this was the Simple Stories Vintage Lemon set, and I did make 5x7s. So each one is slightly different. I did some stamping in the background. I used the strip that you were welding, Alicia. I just put it in random different places on my card and then did different embellishments. So each one is really kind of completely different because I used the cut apart from the paper pad. And then I used like chipboard pieces and pearls and the doily. And you can tell I put the doily placement just kind of wherever I wanted, kind of peeking out from behind uh, the cut apart and just moving that strip around in different places.
Love it. Great sets, ladies, both of you. Beautiful work. If you want to, I'm going to go ahead and take you off screen and you can get your camera ready to come show us your beautiful faces again. See you in a little
Awesome.
bit. Hello. If you weren't here earlier when we introduced ourselves, my name is Alicia. You can call me Crafty Owl as always. If I didn't get a chance to say hello to you earlier, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here watching with us. If you had a great time and you haven't yet already clicked on that like button, that thumbs up. I hope that you'll do that. If you have a crafty friend who might like to check out the replay, I would love for you to share this video with them. We will have a minute or so before everybody gets their cameras back. So if you have a question, pop it over there, but we will be starting to give away our cards here very shortly. All right. Oh, yes, if you just saw my let's see. I got to find your chat over here. The Incan garden spot, did I get it right? It says, "Look at that awesome wall of dies." Yes, that is my, it was just a whiteboard that I got at Walmart on back to school sale, and I put huge sheets of magnets on it. I do have a video here on my channel if you search for, like, DIY wall DIY die storage or something, that you can check that out. My crafty guest, if you're ready, give me a thumbs up and I'll bring you back on. All right. Now let me see here. So, thanks again, ladies, for joining me. Any last words of wisdom before we give our cards away? Anything you want to share before we finish?
I'd say
If
just
you
give
haven't
Sheetload a
tried out,
chance.
yeah, if you haven't tried out a sheet load, definitely give it a try. It's a quick way to make a bunch of cards um, with all the directions on how to do it. No, no heavy lifting needed, and yeah, I've been doing them since 2019.
Yes, I try to take all the heavy lifting away from you. All right. So, this is how, if you've never been to one of my lives before when we give away stuff at the end, here in a minute, I'm going to pop a word up. It's a hashtag on screen. If you would like to be entered for that card, you're going to type the hashtag one time into the chat box. If you're watching on Amalia's channel, I think we do have confirmation that even if you type it in over there, you do still get credit. Now, only type it once. But if you see that, oh no, I forgot the hashtag or I spelled it incorrectly, type it in again correctly and get your entry, all right? But if you type it in 5 times, you still only get one entry. So we're going to do Amalia, then Toby, then my card. You can only win one today, but you can enter for all of them. If you do win, though, please don't enter for the remaining ones. So let me see if I can get this on screen here. So for the first card for Amalia's, you're going to type in hashtag Amalia, hashtag AMALIA, all together, no spaces. And I will give you 2 minutes, which you're not going to hear the buzzer. I will hear it to get your entries in because I know some of you might be just a little bit behind us. And that reminds me, if you ever come in late to one of my lives, either watch it at 2 times speed to catch up or go ahead and catch up to the end. Because when I get to this point at the end, if you're so far behind, then you won't get the chance to get entered. So, always a good idea. Um, oh, if you do win one of the cards today, I'll go ahead and tell you this. At pretty much at the bottom of the description box below is a link to a Google form. If you win one of the cards, you will fill that out. It's not a form to enter to win a card. So I should only have 3 people fill that out, and you have 24 hours, and then I will send your information on to the ladies. And yeah, 24 hours. If I were you, if I win, I would do it right after this live is over, just so you don't forget and miss out on getting your card. There's exactly 1 minute left here to get your name in, get your hashtag Amalia in. And I think no, I did. Never mind. I thought I forgot something, but I did say it earlier.
Alyssa, I like our pink banner. You know,
What?
it's the little things. I like the pink banners with our name.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, that's just all StreamYard. If speaking of that, if anybody's watching this and ever wants to stream, StreamYard is so user friendly. Like I enjoy it, and yeah, it has fun things like the giveaway tool. That's actually why I actually pay for it for another reason, but that's why I started using it because of the giveaway tool. Because if you were ever at the Oso Inspired Lives, man, how did the timer went off in my ear. But like when we would do the giveaways at the end, it was like so crazy. I can't even remember how we did it, but this is so much nicer.
I think
All
we did
right,
it
let's
by number.
yeah, I it it was crazy. Okay, this is much easier. Let me make sure that we're entries have stopped. All right. Now, when I click draw, you might not see your name fly across the screen, but there are at least 47 of you entered, and it just shows like maybe 10 of you. All right. So you're still in there. Let's find out who won Amalia's card. June created to bless. Congratulations, June.
Yay!
Make sure to fill out that
Congratulations.
form. Let me get it ready for our next lovely creator. Let's see if we go
Congrats.
for, oh, what was that?
I was saying congrats, June.
All right. Let's, for the Biddy Pennies, this is a long one, you guys. Type in hashtag Biddy Penny, hashtag BITTYPENNY. Again, just type it in once, but if you notice that you misspelled it or you have a space or left off the hashtag, make sure to type it in correctly so you get your entry. And June, if you could not enter for this one, por favor.
We went to the Museum of Ice Cream yesterday here in Austin. And the first thing you do when you go in the museum is make like a name tag with your ice cream name on it. And so I was Biddy Scoop.
That sounds like a great museum to go to.
Oh, it is fun. It's unlimited ice cream. You can eat all the ice cream you want.
Is it a
And
branded ice cream or?
it's they had locals like Amy's ice cream and they had Bluebell and then they had their own like
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
but yeah, it was just room after room of really cool like photo ops and interactive displays. And every time you go in a new room, there's new flavors to try. And there's
Awesome.
free cotton candy. And they had like a sprinkle pool, so you could dive into sprinkles and play in sprinkles. It was fun.
Oh
Oh
my
my goodness.
goodness.
I know that they have it in New York. I think they have it in 5 different cities. So
Okay.
yeah, there's one in New York.
I am going to make a note to Google that right now.
I wish they had like a tub of ice cream you could swim in.
Right? It'd just be a little messy, but that's
T, yeah, here, this was my thought. T says, no sprinkles up my nose, please.
well, they were big sprinkles, so yeah.
Right.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, my first thought was, okay, aren't sprinkles gonna like melt and get you all colorful? But maybe they weren't real sprinkles.
Right, right.
Okay. All right. All right. The timer just went off in my head. So let me go and make sure that we have stopped. I think I just saw one more come in, so I want to make sure that we get it. All right. Looks like it caught up. Here we go, guys. This is going to be for Biddy Penny's card. Don't forget if you are the lucky winner. Oh, hey, Crafty Girl. Congratulations. And that is such a
Hey
fun
there.
username. I love that. Hey, Crafty Girl. Love it. Congratulations. Make sure to fill out that form below and you'll let me know that you won Biddy Penny's card. And I'm going to stop the screen share and let's see if I can get mine started. And yes, my face, just so you know, my sister Lisa always makes fun of me when I have to go type on my computer right now because my face is going to start to look really weird, okay? So ignore it. I guess I could take myself off screen, but she can make fun of me. There we go. All right. Let me get that back on screen. All
Sister
right. If you would like
always
to win my card and you are not one of the previous 2 winners, type in hashtag CraftyOwl. Hashtag CRAFTYAL. You have 2 minutes to do that. And while I'm thinking of it, I don't know if I've ever talked about this, but if you ever watch my videos on closed caption, I believe I say my name is Crafty Owl. So which is appropriate because one of my nicknames is Hoot because my brother called me that because of my big glasses. So I guess it's all right.
Oh wow.
So, and as the comments start slowing down, if you do have any final questions, you'll want to get those in because once I announce a winner of mine, um, you'll want to once I announce a winner, we'll just be here for a couple more minutes. So if you do have questions, get those in for us. All right. You have exactly 1 minute to get your hashtag crafty owl in to win mine. And then just ladies here with me, don't forget to stay around after the live for just a minute. Please don't leave on me. All right. Thumbs up. Oh, here, my sister's trying to suck up to me now. She says, "You are beautiful. I feel like I have given you a complex." It's Brian
Oh,
who called me Hoot because I'm an owl. I love owls. Oh, I hear my friend Danny, she knows I love owls. Oh, I put some of my stickers on it. Oh, but look, she got me my own personalized notepad with Alicia and an owl on it.
oh,
So,
she's so
all right, 4 seconds, guys. Get your hashtag crafty owls in. All right. I just want to give about 5 more seconds, make sure our number has stopped. All righty. Congratulations to Norma. Congratulations, Norma. Make sure to fill out that Google form that is linked all the way at the description box below. And let's see here, we'll go here. Thank you to everyone for joining us today. This hopefully will be a monthly series that will be live. And I hope that you had a good time. If you did, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. Go subscribe to Amalia and Biddy Penny if you don't already. And Helga says, yes, Helga, please go to sleep. It's so late there. Thank you for being here. And Adelheid, I believe, I probably butchered that. Adelheid, you are probably getting a little tired too. All right, guys. Again, Amalia, Biddy Penny, any final words before we say our goodbyes?
thanks
I
for
just want
having
to
me.
say thanks for having me, Alicia. This was so much fun, and I hope to do it again. And maybe I can invite you guys to my channel when I feel like I can handle it as well as you did.
Awesome. Thank you for being here.
Thanks so much. And thanks for hanging out in the chat, everyone. I'm going to come back and watch it later and catch up on all the conversation.
Great idea.
Fantastic. Well, I don't see any final questions. So, guys, until my next video, you know that I want you to have a crafty day. Bye bye.